Hello, guys. Welcome back to the original podcast. It's Sam Gottfried, your host.
Hunter Goodballot,
Guest
co-host. Yeah.
I'm back. It's Jacob. What's up?
Piper's not here with us today. She is sick. Best of luck for her health. But today, we're going to be talking about the season. Finals are over. I mean, not finals. Finals are coming out.
Finals are coming out.
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
And, so, yeah. How was your guys' school season? How was it?
Well,
First semester.
see, my Christmas season or my school.
Let's talk about
experience?
school first. We'll get Christmas later.
Okay, so I learned a valuable life lesson recently. I don't know if I talked about this last time, but I learned that procrastinating online assignments does catch up to you eventually.
Yeah.
So I now owe Washington State $900
Oh my god.
in drop fees because I'm dropping online government and music appreciation. So
On a scale from 1 to 10, how upset are your parents about that?
like a 2.
Really?
Yeah.
They're just like, wow, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Do you have to pay for it?
Sorry, there's an
There
announcement.
was an announcement
Never-
What
about
they even
juniors,
say?
so I thought we should listen to it.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
So, basically what happened was, right, I'm a big believer in procrastination, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's my method of completing schoolwork. I work my best when I'm under pressure. And so, I procrastinated all of my online assignments. And then my school counselor called my mother. She was like, hey, your son's failing his online classes. My mom was like, hey, Jake, what's up with that? So, yeah. And then I went to Washington State and I dropped the classes, and now I owe them $900 because I didn't drop them in time.
Well, my school year has been pretty good.
The coconut berry tastes a little better.
I have procrastinated a lot, like Jacob.
Yeah, Sam has a problem.
I have a big procrastination problem. I actually have an essay that's due tomorrow that I haven't started, so I should probably get on that. But it's overall,
Is it for Miss Warren?
yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty chill. I mean, I don't really do the essays that well, and I mean, she
Yeah.
gives everybody a bare minimum of 60, so it's like.
Yeah, so. But yeah, it's been a good school season. So what about Christmas, guys? Christmas break is coming up.
I am
What's your
very
guys'
excited. My plans are to nap a lot.
Yeah.
plans? Catch up on some sleep.
Yeah, catch up on some sleep.
Yep, I got you.
Hang out with the boys,
Yes, of course.
Spend some time with them. I don't really have any big travel plans. Last year I went to Texas, but this year we're staying
Stay
here.
home,
So, what does everyone here want for Christmas? Hunter, what do you want for Christmas?
I'm pretty happy with just money.
Since we all recently got our driver's license, the key to Christmas is asking for gas cards.
That is true. That is
And
very
money.
true. Yeah.
So,
What about
Yeah.
you, Sam?
what about you, Sam?
You
What do
know-
you want for Christmas?
Here's the thing. I don't really have like a thing like usually there's like one big thing that I want. Like last year was a Nintendo Switch.
Mhm.
The year before it was like I don't know, probably another device of some sort. But I don't really have anything like that. So I've just been I kind of want movies,
Yeah,
video
I put
games.
some of those on my list, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
socks.
Dude, no, there's this
Huge
pair of
candy.
shoes. There's this pair of shoes I really want. I saw them at Zoomies when I was on vacation, but I didn't get them. I didn't have enough money. They're Adidas's, but they're Beavis and Butthead. They've
Oh,
got
that's
like little Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, that's
faces
pretty
on.
sweet.
There's I really do want this. I went to Marshall's, and there's like this Pac-Man hoodie.
Uh-huh.
It is like literally one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So, hopefully, my sister and brother are listening. I will get that. So,
Personally,
Send them a link to this.
Yeah.
Tell me what they say.
personally, I asked for an Apple Watch. I'm fingers crossed Santa brings me that. Really
yeah,
hoping.
boy. Yes, but yeah, I'm excited for the holiday season. I'm not sure if I'm going anywhere. I might be going down to Georgia.
Oh, that's nice.
But,
That's nice.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, in January, early January, I have to go down to Georgia as well for my aunt's wedding
Oh, nice. Good stuff.
for the third time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's her
Third?
third. It's her third
It's her
wedding.
third? Good
Yeah,
stuff.
So
Are you gonna be like
Hopefully
a
the last.
groomsman or anything?
no,
Ring bearer?
no,
Nothing.
no,
like that?
I'm not in the wedding.
I was
just
ring
have to
bearer
go.
at my uncle's wedding.
Really?
I was
Yeah.
ring bearer at my grandma's wedding.
But not my uncle's.
I've
It was
always
my
wanted to be
mom's
part
cousin.
of a wedding.
What?
I've always wanted to be part of a wedding.
You never been part of a wedding?
No.
Oh, that's.
I'd even be happy being like the groom or something, as long as I'm part of the wedding.
Just get married. I guess that works.
Speaking of the end of the year, it's also the end of the decade.
Yeah.
So
Big
insane.
stuff.
that
It's
is
insane.
crazy.
So, what do you guys think your like your most memorable thing. I mean,
Man.
I guess that's pretty broad.
It has been the majority of my life. You're
Exactly.
asking what is the most memorable part of my life right now is what you're
I
asking.
know. I wrote an article on that for the paper. I'm not sure if it'll get published, but because it's like a contest. But I wrote about that, and I don't know. It was hard to think of like most impactful.
Because that's like
thing.
this decade has basically been. I was 7 when this decade started.
We were in the first grade.
This decade like made you.
Exactly.
'Cause, I
This
mean, up to
decade
then you were
was
like
my
what,
life.
7?
I was
like,
7 in
You
2010.
didn't have a personality
Exactly.
really until then. Like this shaped you.
We were literally in the first grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're juniors in high school.
You know what's super like weird? Like scrolling through like the For You page on TikTok, I'll see the stuff like, oh, bringing back memories you
Yeah.
forgot you had, or like just nostalgia stuff. It's to
Yeah.
get likes, obviously.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But, like going through and just like seeing stuff like
It
I
actually
forgot
kind of works.
existed.
I'm not gonna lie.
It does work. I mean, I don't like it every single time.
Whoa,
But, like,
what?
it's crazy. Just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything.
There's all memories
I don't
and
know.
stuff.
It's like
I think, man, what is it? That's hard. Because, like,
most memorable part of this decade.
I don't know about a decade's kind of hard to narrow down. What about, like, your school? Like, elementary school, middle school, high school?
I mean, I can tell you the most memorable part of this year. Can't
What
tell
was
you the most. That I got the pleasure of being able to play at Crew Stadium in Columbus.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, we played our opening game for the soccer season at Mapfre Stadium. So that's definitely the most memorable part of the year. Most memorable part of the decade.
I that would be too hard.
That is way too difficult.
I can do my best of like elementary school.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh,
when,
oh my
like,
gosh.
me and Sam Cremines.
Oh yeah.
Went
The
to
boys.
boys.
Kings Island in like 4th grade.
Uh-huh.
And we just like I just remember his dad like tried to get us on like the biggest ride.
Yeah.
And we were super scared.
Yeah.
And we got in the front and like I still have the picture from the front of the ride.
Oh, dang.
Like both of our faces were like bright red and like we were just like
It's freaking out. I had
He
a-
says I threw up. I don't remember throwing up on it. But he said right before the picture was taken is when I started to do it. So
Yeah, I had this crazy vacation. Me and my grandma, and I visited my other grandparents in Florida. I was down in Florida for probably like 2 or 3 weeks. I stayed at we all stayed at this one big house with like my cousins and aunts, uncles, my immediate family. And we went to Legoland, Universal, and Disney.
That's pretty dope.
And we just went to the beach and stuff. Oh my gosh.
I
That
would
was
say
insane.
one of my favorite memories from the decade was last year around Christmas time. Actually, the day after Christmas, we left and we went to Texas because we didn't get to go on vacation that summer. So we decided to go to Texas, and we got to see the Ohio State bowl game at Cowboy Stadium in Dallas, Texas.
That's awesome.
And
That's
also, we got courtside tickets to the San Antonio Spurs game.
Wow.
Would that have been one of
That
the
is
fun-
insane.
Against the Knicks. No, it was
No,
in
it
it
was
was in
just
like January. It was just
straight
regular
up.
season. But we got courtside tickets.
That's pretty
Dang,
sweet.
that
It was insane. It was
That's awesome.
probably one of the craziest experiences of my life. And we you know, in our Spanish textbooks where it always talks about in San Antonio, like the river that runs through the middle of it, like the river walk or
You ever
whatever.
read the Spanish textbook?
I know, but it's like a picture Mrs. Thompson showed, or Mrs. Thorne showed us all the time last year.
Okay.
It was like, oh, you didn't take Spanish
Nah,
last year.
nah.
Hunter, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
In
about.
San Antonio, there's like a river that runs through the
Yeah.
middle of it.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, we
yeah.
stayed on a hotel directly on that river.
Oh,
So like
really?
that is
Whoa.
central. That is central San Antonio. That's like
That's
a
pretty
tourist
sweet.
spot, and we stayed right there. It was it was like probably one of the best weeks of my life.
Yeah.
And then this summer, actually, we went to Myrtle Beach. It was the most spontaneous trip I've ever been on. I'm not even kidding you. We planned it out 2 days before we went on the trip.
Wow.
So we were just sitting in the living room talking, and we were like, "Are we gonna go on vacation this year or this summer?" And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be sick." And Mom was like, "All right, where are we gonna go?" And I was like, "Why don't we go to Myrtle Beach? That sounds fun." She was like, "Okay." So she books our flights, and we stayed at this resort in Myrtle Beach. It was on the beach. From my hotel room, I could see the beach. Like it was like
Wow.
it was
Like oceanfront.
basically it was oceanfront,
My,
and it was basically how it was set up was it was like 2 buildings that were connected like through the middle. There's like a walkway
Yeah.
through the
Yeah.
middle, and it was like facing the ocean,
Yeah.
right? And we got to stay on one of the ocean rooms, and there
That's
was like there was like a wall, like it kind of made like a triangle. So like the 2
Okay.
buildings, and then like the wall where like the beach starts, right? And, like, in that little triangle in the middle, there was, like, pools, there was a lazy river, there was, like, a bar. And you could walk. I could trip and fall from my hotel room into the beach. It was insane.
Yeah, my mom and I, we usually do a big family vacation, but, like, with other family friends and their families, and we stayed at this giant house. But we weren't going to do it one year because everyone couldn't go in my family. But I was before I had my license, but I was working at the castle, and we were driving home. And in that 15 minutes, we're like, no, I kind of want to go down to North Carolina. And we decided, and literally in that car ride, all right, we're going to go. We planned it out in 15 minutes. It was insane. And then the next day we left.
I hate to be like a Debbie Downer, but this year was probably the worst vacation I've ever been on.
Are you serious?
Yeah. My parents, like, my mom's like at one of those like Disney, like, not freaks, but you know, she's in love with it.
Oh yeah.
So she wanted to go down to Disney.
Yeah.
But she doesn't fly. We drive.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's long car. It kind of sucks anyways. We got down to Chili's the night before we, like, got there.
Yeah.
And I wanted to eat some wings, and I wanted to eat the hottest ones possible. And I was like, it's nothing. So I was, like, eating them, and they were super hot. There was, like, 12 of them.
Uh-huh.
And, it was hot, but, like, I needed to finish my bottom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So whatever, so I'm eating them, and then my stomach started to hurt really bad.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, I'm just going to use the bathroom. And I went in there and threw up all over the place, like, all over the walls, everything. And then I was sick the rest of the trip.
Oh,
Dang,
damn.
that's awful.
Like, they went to like Disney World without me. They were like, you can just stay in the hotel.
What?
Yeah, I know.
That's
I
so
know.
mean. Wait, did you
Oh.
tell the people at Chili's that you puked all over the wall, or did you just leave?
No, I just left. They don't know who I am.
I went to Florida for another Christmas one year, and I stayed in bed the entire day. The entire day I stayed in bed because on Christmas Eve night I had a fever.
Mhm.
Whenever I have fevers, I get fever dreams and hallucinations, and I was seeing weird things like I thought I could go to Hogwarts, or like I could go to the moon, but I chose to go to the bathroom instead, and I was like crying about it, and like the furniture was like distorted and stuff. So the next day I woke up, opened my presents, it was like a half-hour thing, and I went in bed for the entire day and watched Kung Fu Panda.
Well, a part of that San Antonio trip, there was like one night where we went to this like Mexican restaurant, right? And my uncle actually surprised us on the trip because he lives in Texas, and he like surprised us by showing up and like going to the game and stuff with us. But like we didn't. So we were at the restaurant, right? And I'm eating my food, whatever, and then I start to feel like cold, right?
Yeah.
But we're in San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah.
Okay, it is 86 degrees outside, but I get the fever shivers, right?
Ooh.
So I know what's coming. And then have you ever had a really bad fever and then you breathe on your hand and you can feel your breath is like hot?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew I was sick. So we get outside, right? And it's probably like 60 because it's like 10 p.m. Right? We get outside from the restaurant, whatever. And we're walking on the Riverwalk because it's like directly on the Riverwalk, and we're walking back to our hotel, right? And I'm literally shivering. Like it's 60 degrees and I'm literally shivering. Okay, so I just book it back to the hotel because I want to shower, some Tylenol and a nap. Right. So I get back to the hotel and I take some Tylenol, I take a shower, and then I just pass out. I wake up the next day perfectly fine.
Wow.
Like usually, you know how you have a fever that at night you wake up the next day, you're like, oh, I'm gonna feel like the next day, right?
Yeah.
Well, I wake up and I just feel completely fine. Like it was like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Ah, Jacob, you silly boy. Yeah. Ah, you idiot. Whatever. It happens, man. Hey, we're not kids anymore. We were at the beginning of the decade.
Yeah, we were.
We're
Now
older
we're-
now. All right, so that's gonna wrap up our
Podcast.
our podcast with me. Got a little shaky near the end, but it was great having you guys both on again. Hopefully, we can have you as reoccurring guests.
Yeah.
Actually, before we sign off, I want to talk to Hunter real quick. Last time we talked about Lala Lufa, a
Yeah.
box you wanted to start. How is that looking out for you?
Not good, man. Just business has been down recently. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Market's not there. You know what I mean?
He wants to start
A loofah subscription.
like a bathroom subscription box that you get every month.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was
yeah.
like, what?
Yeah, no.
loofahs?
I'm sorry. I didn't listen to that podcast. That's my bad.
It's not
That's
even
fine.
out. is
I
it?
don't even think it's out. We keep on
It's an
talking-
exclusive.
Yeah, you had to be there.
You had to pay to watch.
Yeah,
pay to
pay to
It's a
listen.
premium podcast. So it's not going well.
No,
Do you think it'll take off?
nah.
No, I don't think so. Are you gonna do something else?
I'm on
instead,
new.
or-
I'm on new business ventures now.
Do you know what?
No,
or-
I don't know what yet. But
You're searching.
I'm just taking life easy for now.
That's
you know
fine.
what I mean?
Hey, you gotta start. You know, you just gotta think about it. And it'll come to you. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thank you guys for being on. Glad talking to all of you about everything. So, hey, I'll catch you guys in the next year, guys.
Peace.
Peace out.